It's really an honor to be here to celebrate the Lower Colorado River Multi-Species Conservation Plan. I'm not going to say that again. I'm just going to say MSCP. So it really is nice to. I think everybody is tired. Or I'm tired of talking about the drought and et cetera. It's really nice to get out and celebrate something. So thanks for everybody being here. And boy. You ordered up a great day for this. It's great to have such a nice weather. Coming from Washington D.C., it was still cold out there, and I walked in here a while ago wearing a jacket, and boy, it's hot. So anyway, we want to celebrate the success, the ongoing success of this program. It's been going for 10 years now, and really balancing the use of water as a resource and still preserving the natural environment and keeping native species, protecting the native species. And this program has done that very well. You know, Secretary Jewell, the environment and trying to preserve the environment is really important to her, and collaboration is really important to her. This program is high on her radar screen, and she sends her congratulations. She knows how difficult these issues are to work through sometimes, but you guys are doing a great job of it. So I want to thank our partners, both federal and non-federal. There's a lot of you that have been involved in this, and you've played a really critical role in the success of this program. You know, in this partnership, oftentimes I've been involved in things where a partnership is everybody comes to meetings and kind of participates with ideas and everything else, but this partnership, I think, is much more than that. I mean, people have put in money, resources, materials, lands, their professional expertise and so forth. And obviously, they've brought together a bunch of diverse ideas and opinions and found a way to collaborate to make something that is good. So I thank each and every one of you, and in particular, I want to thank John Sweat, the program manager for the MSCP, and his team. I think they've done a great job of keeping the program on track, making sure that, you know, the things that need to be done are done on time and within budget. And I think actually you guys are ahead of schedule on a number of things, so that's great. Thank you, John, and to your team. You know, this program began back in 1994 when folks recognized that the river was oversubscribed, and yet we recognized that we needed to do some things to try and protect the natural environment, the species that were really struggling. And people came together in what could have been, and oftentimes we've seen a lot of things that are just driven by litigation, and it's not very productive. But in this instance, we got representatives from all the stakeholder groups, both federal and non-federal, and people started working on this thing, and ultimately after 10 years of working on setting something up, in 2005, 10 years ago, as of last weekend, the documents were signed to set up this program. And you know, I think that a few of you in this room were here at the start of the discussions in '94, and then others were here when the documents were signed in 2005. And some of you may be new at this, but you're keeping this thing going. That's incredibly important, and it's nice to see something that's working. So I want to acknowledge a few of our federal partners, including the National Park Service, the Bureau of Land Management, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the Western Area Power Administration, and the Fish and Wildlife Service. Those are really important partners, but they're not the most important partners. I think all of the rest of the folks that are involved in this are non-federal partners, it wouldn't happen but for you. We've got wildlife agencies from California, Nevada, and Arizona. We've got tribes. We've got Native American groups and tribes, the conservation groups, the communities, all the communities that rely on the Colorado River are participating in this in some way, shape, or fashion. So it's great that you guys together are finding ways of continuing to allow the use of the water, but still protecting the environment. So this program has met the Endangered Species Act requirements, allowing for the use of upwards of 9 million acre-feet per year, and the generation of hydropower, deliveries of water for Arizona, Nevada, California, and Mexico. And you're doing that while still building a lot of projects on the river to improve the habitat and improve the status of the species. We're 10 years into a 50-year agreement, and I'm told that, as I just mentioned, John and his group are leading this thing such that we're actually ahead of schedule. Already, 11 conservation areas have been established between Hoover Dam and the Southern International Border. There's something like upwards of 4,300 acres of native riparian and backwater habitat that have been established. That is more than half of what the program called for overall. And it's 3 times greater than what the program had scheduled for this time, the first 10 years of the program. We're well ahead in that regard. We've stocked more than 200,000 native fish. We're on track with what was originally envisioned. And today, as John mentioned, we get to celebrate the newest addition to the program, the Laguna Division Conservation Area, which is located nearby. I understand that you're going to let us perhaps plant some trees or something? So, great. I always like to play in the dirt, so. So I'm sure that all of you are excited about this and getting out to see some of this. I think clearly collaboration is a much better way of working than litigation, and this program has been a model for other programs around the West about how we can take really complex situations and work together to try and put together something that works for all sides. And I'll mention just really quickly in terms of it being a model, I came from New Mexico, and in New Mexico we don't have a lot of water, and there's, like every place else, conflict over ESA issues. And probably 7 or 8 years ago, a representative from this program came over and talked to us in the Middle Rio Grande Collaborative, Endangered Species Collaborative Program about what was working here and how it was working and so forth. And that really became kind of a pivotal point in terms of how that group began to focus its efforts. They're not there yet, but they've really started to borrow from the way this program is set up and try and make it something that works there. So again, thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's great to be out here in the warmth, and I look forward to visiting with you all today. Thank you.